All right, guys, what's going on? Welcome back to Chris's Sports Corner. Real quick, man, hope everybody's having a great draft night, man. It's draft night, obviously. Sitting here watching all these players go off the board. My Lakers, obviously, well, they drafted, but it wasn't for them. So I'm gonna go over this draft pick, a late round draft pick for the Toronto Raptors. Seemed like a good fit, but it sticks with what they know. Malachi Flynn. He's 6'2", 85 pounds. Originally, I think he played at Washington State, transferred to San Diego, came out as a junior. He's a smaller guard. Normally, you want a guard with a little size, but Toronto have a system that works with the smaller guards, and they stuck to it. And I think this is actually a move based off of not knowing what Fred VanVleet was going to do. Fred VanVleet, Steady Freddy. If they had a very good indication that Steady Freddy was staying, I don't think they'd have made this move. Honestly, I'm just going to be honest. I don't think they would have made this move if they thought they had a really good chance of him staying. So I understand it. They got some depth at the point guard. Now let's look at the young man. He's a playmaker, and that's what you need. I think you got the one thing I thought happened for the Raptors during the playoffs was the ball kind of stuck with Siakam. It was that time where it was like he got to make a play. You bring someone like this that can actually facilitate and make plays, then you open that floor up, you give the space and you give guys open shots. So that could be very important. And it kind of give Siakam the thought process of, hey, you don't need to dribble and force a shot. We got playmakers on this team that gonna get you good shots. All right, a disruptive defender. At his size, he has to be because he's not gonna block many shots. All right, but sometimes when you look at him, and not that they play alike, but when you look at him, think about a Patrick Beverley. And follow me on this. Patrick Beverley is a player that is known as a defensive great, not because of his size or anything but because his relentless effort, his ability to disrupt, his ability to now some with Patrick Beverley is a little mental because he's always chapped and what I'm saying, always yap, getting like a gnat at a barbecue. But when you're a smaller guard, you got to be a lot more disruptive, you got to get a lot more steals, you got to be a little bit more handsy. And being a smaller guard, a lot of times they can get away with being a lot more handsy. So that's one thing. But he can score the ball. He can definitely score the ball. And you can never have too much shooting on the floor. And you get someone that can actually score and create, that's big, because now I put it to you like this. Lonzo Ball can distribute the basketball. He's great at that. Great at facilitating. The problem is he don't get to facilitate because they're almost saying, you won't shoot? I bet you won't shoot. Score. I bet you won't score. So when they do that, when they're not afraid of your ability to score, it clogs the lanes. Like when you look at some of the greats, when you look at the Magic, LeBron, a lot of the guys who are great facilitators is because they are a scoring threat. The fact that this guy's a scoring threat as well as a playmaking threat is the best of both worlds. Free throw. Now, a lot of people, they kind of say, oh, free throws. No. It's nothing like having a good free throw shooter, especially when you late in these games and they need those free throws count. You want a good free throw. This guy's 85% not 85. I wish you're like, yeah, he's 85% from the three, whatever. 85% from the free throw line. He's 85% from the free throw line, and that coming out of college, that's great. That's what you want. Like, though, it's so many times that I've watched these games. I'm like, yo, if we just make the free throw, this game wouldn't even be close. You don't get a lot of free things in life, but free throws are one of them. You want a guy that can make those free throws. And when you get a guy that can make those free throws, it's added pressure on the defense because if I foul him, you're going to the line those two buckets. Or you don't want them thinking if I foul him, it's a chance he's gonna go. He ain't gonna hit these, so we good. 38% from three. 38. Now this is college, but 38% from three. That's pretty good. That's pretty good right there. 38% from the 3-point line is pretty good because it allows for the floor to open up. Now the thing is, we don't know what Toronto is going to look like as far as a big man. Ibaka may stay, he may go. Marc Gasol is all but gone. So you got to see what they got as far as is in the paint. But for that guy that is whoever is going to be in the paint, if you can continue to spread the floor, you got a lot more room to operate down there. And that's just the way the league is. Now the Lakers, they did a little different. They had a lot of bigs and it helped. So the big man, I feel like the Lakers kind of brought the importance of the big man back a little bit last year. But this is a guy, again, that can spread the floor, that can knock down, like I said, 38% three. Now, we know college and pro can be different, but overall, it looked pretty good. And this is something I know Toronto Raptors fans going to like. He's similar to he got a similar demeanor to Steady Freddie. And they talked about it on the broadcast, where they said that he got a similar demeanor to Steady Freddie, meaning that he's not a talker. He's not going to talk. But he got a serious demeanor about it. He mean what he say and say what he mean. And he got a natural leadership quality about him that can really, open eyes. It can really make people like, oh, okay. I see he ain't for the foolishness. He here to play, here to do his job. And I think when you look at Toronto, they draft guys like that. They ain't got time for that. They want workers. They want guys that can come in, put in the work, because I can always count on that. I can't count on you knocking down every shot, but I can count on you coming in consistently, putting in the work. And speaking of putting in the work, he's been labeled a gym rat. He's always working, always getting better. I've said it 100%. Give me some guys that are labeled gym rats. Some guys that are going to stand there, they're going to constantly work on their game, constantly work on their body, take this thing serious, and really go out to be, give every effort possible to be the best. And to me, simply, when you think of an example of that, you think of Kobe. I do, personally. Because Kobe was a gym rat, literally. He had to have the gym open for him. People had to make certain arrangements for him just because he won't leave the gym. So you get a gym rat, you got to love that, because you're never going to worry about that guy's work ethic and him being ready and prepared. You gotta love it. So that's my breakdown of Malachi Flynn, the Raptors' number 29th pick, point guard. So we'll see how this works. They got another fits exactly what they want to do. With that being said, guys, please like, comment, subscribe to the channel. Till next time, you guys be great.